Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome to another episode of Gear and Beer, where we talk about adventure, motorcycle, and camping gear, all while enjoying a beer together. And today we've got a good one. I've had a lot of questions about which first aid kits that I use, and I've really been testing this one out for several months now, and this is by far my favorite kit. It is the MYFAK by My Medic, and it stands for My First Aid Kit. And stick around to the end of the video where I'll show you how you can save 15%. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so if you've seen these videos, you know I always start these videos off with a beer review. And today we've got a really good one for you. It is a Black Cherry White Claw. It's a spiked seltzer. You know I'm freaking kidding with you. We don't use this stuff around here. We're doing a Voodoo Ranger by New Belgium. It is a juicy, hazy IPA, and this is a really good one. Here's a better look at the can. Again, this is by New Belgium. It's the Voodoo Ranger Juicy, Hazy IPA, and this is a really good beer. It's a hazy. It also has a little bit of a citrus hop to it. It's just one of my favorites right now. It's one of them beers that, again, the can's kind of one of the selling points. It's got a cool little picture on it. But as far as flavors goes, it's got that hoppiness of an IPA, but also those floral hops of a juicy or the traditional juicy IPAs. And it's cloudy like the hazy. I'm not going to pour it into a glass today. We're just going to go with it. But as usual, cheers. Let's get started with this review. Man, that's good. Little bit higher alcohol content on this one. It's 7.5%, so drink with your own discretion there, guys. Okay, so the My Medic MYFAK First Aid Kit. I chose this kit because I wanted something that was going to be a little bit more involved, a little bit more advanced. I've mentioned before in some of my other videos, I was in the military for several years. I was also in law enforcement where I've had a ton of medical training. Especially for trauma training and stuff like that. And I wanted a kit that when you're on a backcountry adventure and you have a serious accident, what are some things that can possibly go wrong while you're out that you would need to provide aid really quick at that point? And my big ones are bleeding, airway, and broken bones, things like that. So I wanted a kit that was going to be able to cover all of those items as a first responder for either myself or my riding partner, and this kit right here covers it all. It's slightly bigger than most kits. The MYFAK is really considered for 2 people or 2+ people. My Medic does make other packs. One's called the Mymedix Solo, I believe, which is a little bit slimmer kit, actually quite a bit slimmer kit, but it's just not near as involved as this one. This kit, you can do everything from bleeding, airways. It's got your simple Band-Aids, it's got your ibuprofen, it's got a RATS kit, which is very similar to a tourniquet. But I'll open it up and we'll show everything that's in there. I will say there is a standard kit and an advanced kit. If you're looking at getting the advanced kit, make sure you have the proper training, because you can actually cause more harm than good if you don't have the proper training and you're trying to use some of the advanced things in here like airway clears and things like that. So let's go ahead and crack this thing open and I'll show you what it's all about. So real quick, as far as size goes, it's about the same height as an Nalgene bottle. This bottle is a 32 ounce Nalgene bottle, and it's quite a bit thicker, you know, but again, lots of good stuff in here. So if you have the training and you want the ability to be able to do just about anything to help save your buddy, this is the kit for you. If you're looking for a little bit less of a kit, again, they have the standard kit, but I just kind of wanted to show you here what this advanced kit really entails. A couple features about it. It's got some nice Velcro on the outside, which is neat for putting, you know, patches and stuff like that on it. It's got a quick release here, and also has the ability to, if you were to, with this molly rig on the back, say you're in your car or you have this strapped to the outside of your motorcycle and you want to get quick access to it, instead of trying to mess with the straps, you just rip it off and go. This Velcro here is very sturdy. It would definitely hold the pack on there in pretty much any terrain. But yeah, let's unzip it and I'll show you what it's about. So it has this clip here, and then it's got this Velcro attachment. You can actually take this Velcro and move it out of the way if you wanted even quicker access to it by sticking it to the outside. Then you take your zippers here. It's got what looks like to be YKK zippers on it, or something very close to it, a real heavy duty zipper on this bag. This bag is also Cordura. It's very, very sturdy, real thick. This is a trifold style of bag. It's got one flap that opens up here, then you have all of your gear here. You've got, we'll start on this side and work our way this way. And this is just a real quick overview. I'm not going to really explain how to use all of the different things in this pack, but I will just give you a brief overview of it. So here in this pouch that folds out, you have some rubber gloves, your Band-Aids. I've added some extra Band-Aids to it just to have. You've got your packs for like iodine, all of your towelettes for cleaning a wound. It comes with several things like Dramamine for, you know, if you get motion sickness, ibuprofen, all your tablets that you would want to take, you know, for mild conditions. Again, some more Band-Aids. You have all your triple antibiotic ointments, oral pain relief, sunscreen, lip balm, all kinds of stuff. And then you even have stuff for hydration in here. This is an electrolyte fizz pack. If you come across somebody that's dehydrated, this is something that'll help rehydrate them very quickly. But we'll shove all this back in here. Again, this is kind of a quick overview. I'll show you some pictures here towards the end that really kind of break down everything. But also, I really encourage you to go to the website. It really breaks down every single thing that's in the pack to show you all the uses for it. Okay, moving on to the center section. These two sections here are more for your bleeding and your breathing and clearing airways. You have a just a elastic bandage, like an ACE bandage. If you have somebody who has a head wound or maybe a concussion, it comes with a flashlight here, as well as some pupil measurements here to see, you know, how much their pupils are dilated or lack thereof. Pretty neat little thing. Having an extra flashlight's always nice as well. Little pen light. You have a thermometer, some clamps, some scissors, tweezers, two different style of tweezers. You also have some scalpels in here. And again, this is why I mentioned to you that if you don't have the training to use some of these types of things, either get the training and purchase this or just buy the standard kit. It's got a couple little splints in here for, you know, for mobilizing fingers or wrists. I'm gonna add a bigger SAM splint to this, or a larger piece of SAM splint in this to be able to cover that. You've got some tape. You also have some adhesive strips in here for doing stitches, or basically like steri strips. Nylon strips in here for closing up wounds, minimal or minor cuts that may need stitches, but you don't have the ability to do that at the time. There is a triangle bandage in here. There is a bandage that has basically an emergency pressure bandage. You also have some Saline Flush here, which comes in handy a lot if you need to rinse out an eye, if you've got something lodged into your eye, or if you need to rinse out wounds, you get all the dirt out of a wound before you close it up. This comes in handy quite a bit. I'll put all this stuff away. One of my favorite things about this kit is how everything has its spot and it's so packable. And obviously not every kit is gonna have every single thing that you need, especially a kit this size, but for its size, it does have many things that you could use as a first responder to maybe help save somebody's life in an accident. Moving on to this section here, this is where you have some survival stuff like some paracord, you have a whistle, a glow stick, These are all pretty self-explanatory. An emergency blanket. You have a rat's tourniquet. So these are awesome because you can administer them by yourself with one arm. You essentially put your limb inside here, pull it tight, and then it's got this really strong bungee basically, and you can essentially stop bleeding just like a tourniquet with one hand. It's got this little clevis here to be able to lock it in. If you'd like some more information about rat's tourniquets, you can check them out here, or just Google a rat's tourniquet, and there's plenty of videos that show how to use these. Moving further into this kit, you have a CPR shield for administering CPR, have a safety barrier. Another thing you have in here is a quick clot bandage. If you've never heard of quick clot is basically a chemical that helps stop bleeding when bleeding is fairly bad. This is a quick clot dressing, so it's got quick clot built into the dressing to help stop bleeding when you have a pretty good laceration. Moving into the back side of the kit here, you've got some scissors for cutting off clothing or cutting bandages. You have a nasal airway for clearing airways. If you have somebody who has an issue breathing, you can provide this nasal airway. It comes with some lube to help administer that. And again, this is one of those things that comes in the advanced kit. If you're not familiar with how to administer these, you definitely want to have some training before trying to just cram this up somebody's nose. It comes with some burn shield, some burn cream if you have a pretty severe burn, or that you can basically provide this on there to help keep the skin sterile and keep you from getting an infection while you go to the emergency room to get some help. Another advanced thing you have in here is a hyphen vent. So basically this is a bandage that goes, if you have a puncture in your chest or in your lung, this bandage goes over, and it's essentially a one-way vent to where you're not sucking air into your body through the wound on the outside. So it allows air to go out but not back in. So it's a pretty neat little bandage if you're providing aid to somebody who has a wound that severe. And again, I'm not going to go too much into this, but it is a very useful tool in the event that you have somebody with a sunken chest wound or anything like that. And finally, in this last pack, we have some super glue. We have some more bandages, and you have different gauze pads of different sizes, some stretch gauze, and basically all of your gauze bandages that you would need to help stop bleeding or cleaning up. You have some moleskin in this one, as well as some butterfly bandages and other types of bandages inside here. And again, like I said, some super glue for helping closing up wounds, along with the steri strips and stuff like that that comes in the other side of the pack here. I'll go ahead and put this side away. You got a little strap here that holds everything down tight, which is super nice when you're trying to make sure that everything fits back in here. And even though there is quite a bit in here, it's not that it barely fits. It all fits in its own little home, and you don't have to really fight it to get it in there the way it belongs in there. And there you go. So again, some of the main reasons why I've chosen this kit is, one, its size. For everything that's in here and the severity of wounds that you can cover with this pack, the size is pretty awesome. A lot of kits that have this much stuff in there either require a sling or a backpack, or they're just larger. So this is really nice that you can just strap it to anything that, like molly gear or the back of your headrest, or if you're a motorcycle, you can throw it in your pannier, or you can have it just strapped on to another bag that's on the outside for quick access. The size, even though it might seem like it's kind of big for some of you when it comes to a first aid kit, I really like the size because of everything that you're able to do with this kit and the severity of the wounds, being able to stop bleeding, clear airways, burns, anything that you could possibly come across while out on your adventures, this kit has you covered. Okay, so let's talk about price. The standard MYFAK retails for $120. Now you might think, man, $120 for a first aid kit seems like a lot. Well, if you were to go out and purchase this bag and then go out and try to find all the things that are in this bag for the standard kit and put it all together yourself, I really find it hard to believe that you would really save all that much money. Now, the advanced kit is quite a bit more. It's $240, but again, for everything that's in here to go out and find all those things for the advanced kit, quick clot bandages alone are really expensive, but these are all life-saving materials that are in here. So I really think the cost is right up there where it should be. And really, like I said, I don't think you could really build this kit for much cheaper. Plus the time that you save from having to go out and find all those things, you'll just have it right here in this kit. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you want to save 15% on this, head over to their website and enter the code BAM15. For watching this video, the folks over at MYFAK have given me a code to hand out to you guys to be able to get 15% off anything on their website. Now, as I said, they do offer other kits, so definitely make sure and check those out as well. But I highly suggest checking out this MYFAK for your next adventures because the quality of materials that are in here, as well as the ability to pretty much cover any first aid situation that arises. Okay guys, so that's it. Once again guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope this has answered some of your questions that you've asked about which kits I carry. This is the kit that I carry, the MYFAK from My Medic. I absolutely love it. I've taken it out on several rides now, and I think it's just gonna be my standard kit that I carry with me every time I go out on any of my adventures. I carry it in my rig when I'm not on the motorcycle as well. And it's also a go-to kit in my house in case we have anything that needed to be used there. If you have any questions about this kit, definitely hit me in the comments below. I'll answer any of your questions as soon as I can. And also head over to mymedic.com to check out all the other products that My Medic provides on their website. And again, don't forget to use that BAM15 for that 15% off at checkout. Well guys, once again, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button as well as that bell icon. That way you know when other videos like this are released. Also guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share this video. Once again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.